Looking out of my window, wow, another beautiful day. Looking out of another city. The sky is blue. The spring has sprung. A gentle breeze out there with the most cleanest, most tranquil setting you could not have imagined in your entire living life. Suddenly we are awarded by this peace, the descent of the calm from our busy, hectic, and extremely burdening, distressing life we've lived. All because of our dreams to become the greatest. All because of our dreams to become the richest. All because of our greed to become the powerful. All just an officer and his little buggy going about keeping us safe, consciously risking his life to maintain that lockdown that we all facing at present. Out there seems all beautiful and pleasant and most incredibly peaceful. No other species out there is going to pass you on the virus. It is the same kind of species, and that is, in this case, a human being is the only one that's going to pass on a deadly virus that is gripping every human life on earth. Nothing is stopping its spread apart from us individually taking on a responsibility to make sure that we keep our distance. Don't have to be a social idea. If we keep our distance, it's said, when you keep distance, the life becomes a peaceful and healthy one. Just think of, if you keep distance of your thoughts, all the emotional, all the frustrations that you are manufacturing inside of your head as thought, as imaginations, as your memory keeps playing up what is going to be, what is going to happen. All is going to be all right. This teaching, this understanding from our teaching, from our learning, has become the entanglement in human thought. And that's what causes tremendous hardship in human. As an individual, it caused tremendous hardship. In turn, whoever is in front of you, behind you, beside you, above you, below you, get crushed by your thoughts and your emotions and your psychological dramas. And if you distance from it, the most incredible solution is that you oneself become the solution to any problem we face in our lives. The distance, if you keep, you will find that the problem is also distance away. When you say distance away, it's distance to a point that the problem itself seems to be just oneself. And when you distance yourself, the problem has naturally dissipated. The danger is that one's thought is the curse and the cause of all the problems that exist on the planet. The planet itself, the existence itself, isn't a problem. It gives us life. Fundamentally, make us all live with that thin air that we breathe, which we haven't given significance and conscious attention to. Suddenly, a virus is teaching us how to pay attention to your consciousness, inner well-being, inner consciousness, inner thought, the emotions, the energies, and in turn, it'll give you a breath of fresh air. Looking from inside of this sealed room, it's incredible to see how beautiful you can see everything out there, just in transaction with everything else, yet keeping a distance. The existence, the entire existence, universe, galaxies, has kept its distance from colliding from its trajectory, from its cycles. If you look at all the planets, stars, galaxies, all sorts, maybe once in a while there would be a collision, as we call it, in the outer space that we do not know. Suddenly we come colliding, and that is the end of anything that collides, as we all know. How the life is incredible. When there's distance, the life goes without any destruction, without any pain, without any suffering. Suddenly, it is in the collision course, be it politics, be it religion, be it thought, be it human, be it anything, be it life itself. If it's in a collision course, without knowing or even knowing, these days, most of it's by knowing we are in a collision course. We think we know, and we start to behave irresponsibly. And without noticing, we are in a collision course. And suddenly, the calamity, the disaster is in our hands. Disaster is in front of us. And we are all in a panic state, suddenly trying to trace back what went wrong and who's done wrong, what is happening, what has happened, and why things are not happening the way that are thought, intended. No, the world, the universe, the existence doesn't happen that way. The only thing that must happen one way, if you wish, is just yourself. And for this, you don't have to do much. All you have to do is keep your distance. Make a distance, make a distinguished distance between you and anything in the way. If you did this one thing, pretty much the life itself will start to live an exuberant and will thrive with incredible, enormous possibilities. I hope and wish everyone long life and health in these very testing times for anyone to be in a position as we are today. There's nothing and no blame can resolve a situation. Only a distance from a situation can resolve it and make the people who are on the front line consciously battling to make our lives better, our well-being better, our societal well-being better. Give them the honor, bow down to them, give them the possibility to do what is necessary at this time, and for us to be patient and distance ourselves from one another, each other, from your truth and fiction. All these are confusing times. The more information you receive, the less likely you're able to distance from your own conduct, your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own confusions. It is important the information you have is not to cause you fear and not to entertain you and the others around. The information is good only if it works for all beings. If it doesn't work, we must switch it off and rise to a new possibility of safeguarding one life and in turn providing better life for all.